Okay, good afternoon. John O'Flaherty, the B3 Burner. Today is Monday, January 26, 2026. Hey, this is another gear opening video, only this time it is not for music like I usually do. This time it is for flight simulation. This, my friends, is called the Tobii Eye Tracker. And what Tobii Eye Tracker does is it's a strip of plastic, I guess, with lenses in it that actually capture your eye movement. I'll take my glasses off. And as you move your eyes from side to side or up and down, or move your head from side to side or up and down ever so slightly, you can calibrate it so that if you're in the cockpit of an airplane, not a real airplane, but flight simulator at your computer at your desk, it will appear to, your head will appear to turn and you can see the instruments and through the windscreen and out the sides just by turning your head without having to operate the hat switch on your joystick. So that's a good thing. And I've heard a lot of good things about it since the Flight Sim Expo that took place June of last year in Providence, Rhode Island. One shot to open this up. There's no redos of this, so I figured I'd capture it. This arrived via DHL in very good condition, I hope. I saw the guy just drop it on the floor, drop it on the ground from a height, his height, so that troubled me a little bit, but I think it's sturdier than that and well packaged, so I'm not going to worry about it. So now that everything's been cut, I should be able to lift up on one of these flaps, or maybe this one over here. There we go. Hey, look at this, look at this. So this is the outer box, obviously, and this, my friends, is the inner box. And it says Tobii Eye Tracking, Tobii Eye Tracker 5 Eye Tracker module, made in China. Of course, everything's made in China. But the company actually operates out of, let me see here, Sweden. All right, so we're gonna pull this out. There we go. There it is, the Tobii Eye Tracker. Okay. Here it is, the Tobii Eye Tracker. Train, create, and game. So it serves multiple purposes, I guess. Lightweight aluminum, Tobii Eye chip, infrared illuminator, USB 2.0 cord, Windows Hello sensor, eye sensor, IR illuminator. Oh, it's sealed. Hold on, it's sealed on the side. That's why I can't pick it up. Ta-da! There it is, and it comes with some magnetic strips in order to and hopefully some instructions on how to do all this. All right, so there it is. So it derives, I assume, its power off the USB cable, and it doesn't need to be plugged in. At least I hope not, because I'm running out of plugs too. Here we go. There it is. That's the full kit and caboodle. And there needs to be some magnetic strips to glue it to the bottom of my monitor. Now my monitor is curved and this is straight, so I don't know quite how that's going to work. I'm going to have to experiment and play around with it. It looks like there's places here for adhesive, and then they have blue tape here that I guess you take off, and here's the USB cable, so I hope that's long enough to reach. Now I want to see what else comes in the kit. We have a short manual repair and support, Tobii Eye Tracker 5 safety and compliance declaration. And it's in languages I don't understand. English must be up here somewhere. Warranty information, liability, our pledge, general. The warranty does not guarantee uninterrupted use of the Tobii product. It comes with a bracket, a mounting bracket with taped off adhesive points. Here's another USB cable. I'm a little nervous because what's this one for? I thought the other one was good enough. Why do we need two of them? Maybe that supplies power. Okay, we'll have a look at this in a little bit. Anyway, this is an isopropyl cleaning wipe to clean the base of the computer monitor, assuming it's dirty. So you clean it so that the adhesive will stick. Okay, I'll get back to you in a little bit when I learn more about how all this works and I install it. All right, John O'Flaherty B3 burner, I'm back. And you know what? I thought these were two separate USB cables that had to be plugged into two separate places. And I was wondering if this is the main one hooked up to the Tobii Eye Tracker, then what's this one for? Well, I read the actually I went on Google and they helped me out because this is worthless. This is an extension cord. It's a USB extension cord. This one's slightly bigger than the standard size, and you plug it in as such. It's slightly bigger so that it takes it. And now it's for if your eye tracker mounts to your monitor and your computer tower is too far away to reach, like it's on the floor or it's behind the desk, or people put their computers in different places, it can reach. And that's all that's for. And I'm going to read the instructions and then get back to you. Okay, John O'Flaherty, I'm back. This thing, even though I found the English, was just warning devices, telling you young kids shouldn't play with it because they might choke on the detachable parts, issues of environmental concerns, such as how to dispose of it. Well, I'm not interested in disposing it yet because I just bought it. My biggest concern is how to mount it to the base of the monitor. And I've been piddling around with this, and I think I finally found out how this works. Okay, so this is the back of the Tobii, right? The sensors, the cameras, the lenses, what have you, are in the front. On the back right here, and I know you can't see it because they match color, but are two black small magnets, which I overlooked before. The base of the strip on this side is metal, or at least has something in it. It feels like plastic or carbon fiber, but it's got something in it that attracts to a magnet. So, and it's not the part that's taped, it's on its side. And you mount it like this, so that this is flush in the channel. Let's have a look. See, there's your magnets right here in here. This is the magnetized strip, and it locks into place like that. See? And it's pretty much centered. Like this is the center part of the Tobii, and this centerpiece lines up with it. Now, the purpose of this little doohickey with the teeth in it is, depending upon how thick or wide your monitor is, you can, I assume, pull it in or out. And I don't want to mess with a good thing, so I'm going to leave it alone. These are the these are the adhesive tapes. And what happens is, pretend that this is at the base of the, here, I'll turn it around so that pretend you're looking at a monitor. This is the base of the monitor. It has already grabbed onto the magnets from behind, like that. And this is the base of the monitor. And that is adhesive that makes it stick so that the Tobii is at the base of your monitor looking up at you. Lots of small little pieces, and we don't want to lose anything. Oh, these are instructions. No, nothing is in English. It's all symbols. The next thing I want to see, well, that's a mounting bracket. It's already been mounted. Then what do I need these mounting brackets for? They're the same thing. See, this is the same as this. It's just there. They're superimposed. Okay, as I delve deeper into this, we move from the kitchen into the office where the computer and the simulator are. I finally found the website with instructions. I'm going to have to navigate it and get my way in there. I've discovered that the Tobii Eye Tracker, when right side up like it's supposed to be, the cord comes out the right side, and of course, as my luck would have it, my tower is to the left, so I'm going to definitely need the extension cord. Hold up here. Yep. So I will eventually plug it in here after I get it glued into place. Built for reliability and responsiveness with a sampling rate of 133 hertz. So I'm running my monitor at 200 hertz. I don't know if that's gonna help it any or hurt it, but we'll see. We listened to customer feedback and have included a new flex mount together with the original flat mounts. The new flex mount allows you to place it under the screen, which means it works awesomely on curved screens. If you haven't set up your eye tracker yet, hop on over to our Get Started guide for more details. An eye tracker consists of projectors, sensors, algorithms. Mount your eye tracker. If you have a peripheral eye tracker such as the iX, SteelSeries Sentry, or the eye tracker 4CM5, please mount the eye tracker on the screen you'll be using it on. For those devices such as the Tobii Eye Tracker 5, which uses the Tobii Experience app, just plug in your tracker in and your PC will download both drivers and the app itself automatically through the Microsoft Store. The eye tracker only works on one screen. You can also use one eye tracker on your PC, not multiple. Alright, I'm hoping the screen isn't too wide. How to mount your eye tracker. Do not mount the eye tracker on top of your screen. The light beams that read your eye movement aim upwards. So if you put it at the top of the screen, it's not going to hit your eyes, it's going to hit the ceiling. We recommend that you place your mount at the center of your screen, as placing it off center may affect accuracy and performance. Please be aware that the flex mount needs to be placed underneath your screen bezels. So if you have buttons or air vents there, it won't work out. I feel air vents, but screw it, there's enough air vents throughout the whole thing that I don't think that's going to hurt it any. Please be aware that the flex mounts need to be placed underneath your screen bezel. Oh, and one fair warning. Before you start, the adhesive for the metal plate mount is very strong and it won't be easy to take the mount off once it's stuck. However, if your screen gets very hot, it could eventually fall off, since heat is one of this adhesive's weaknesses. Another weakness is dirt. Do not forget to clean off the surface of your screen properly before sticking your mount to it. You receive one flex mount and two metal plates. The flex mount already has a metal plate attached, so then you keep the other two metal plates to spare. Here, come on in, have a gander. He's mounting it. Please remove the protective strips from the attachment pads. Then place them out in the middle of the bottom of your screen and apply a little pressure. Then let the adhesive stick properly for a few hours before putting the eye tracker on there. We don't want the mount to detach. We'll get back with you in a second. I'm glad I watched the video here because you're supposed to put the lightweight mount without the Tobii Eye Tracker already attached and stick it to the base of the screen and leave it there for 24 hours to allow the adhesive to settle and lock into place. What I was going to do was mount it that way with the weight of this Tobii Eye Tracker already attached, and well, we don't want to do that. Upon plugging it in, the necessary drivers should make themselves available, but if they don't, to download directly from the website the necessary drivers, but hopefully it's driver ready and just pulls them down as needed. So we'll get back to you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back a little sooner than I thought. It's still Monday night, about 6:15 in the evening, a little past that. And the next step is to put the alcohol wipe and wipe underneath here. We do have heater vents underneath. I really wish that wasn't the case. There's no other way to mount it. Okay, so here's the moist towelette. I don't think much dirt gets down there. Now, scepter is a 7-letter word, so we want to line it up under the P in scepter. 3 letters to the left of it, 3 letters to the right. So once it is mounted, mount it right on the very edge. And there's a little cut right here, right where my index finger is. That's the halfway mark, so we want to line that underneath the P in the word scepter. We get one bite at the apple here. A little nervous. Yeah, well, very nice. So there's that, and there's that. There we go. Centered enough. All right. So if you take a close look, there it is. So you can see that the little notch over here lines up under the P in scepter, which is exactly what we wanted. Now we have to wait. One thing said a few hours, another thing said 24 hours. I think I'll play it safe and give it the full 24. So basically that's it. For now we sit and we wait. And then tomorrow what we'll do is attach this to this. But we don't want to do it yet because we could pull the whole thing down. It's got a cure. All right, that's it. See you tomorrow. Well, good evening, John O'Flaherty, the B3 burner. And remember when I recorded my Tobii Eye Tracker video back on January 26th, and I said I'd be back with you tomorrow, the next day? Well, things kind of got away from me. 4 months later, or a little bit more than. Today's Wednesday, June 3rd, the evening of, and we're just picking up where we left off. So let's get into this. Well, bear in mind when we looked at this in January, we didn't have the sound bar underneath. So don't let that throw you off. In fact, I'll try to move it out of the way. Look, you can see the electronic eyes working. When I look at them with my naked eye, not through the iPhone camera, those lights appear to be red, like infrared. This is picking them up as purple, or kind of a pale whitish lavender. That's the Tobii device itself. And the part that we glued that we looked at the last time is actually behind and underneath it. So this item is being suspended by what was glued. Over time, that glue may get hard and brittle, and the adhesive may give way. But in the meantime, I've been using this for 4 months now, and that's not a real true test of time, but at least it gives me the idea that it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, I'm back. Tobii Eye Tracking, Tobii Experience. This is important because you can see that I have 2 settings. You can go with glasses or without glasses. I mainly use my flight simulator with my reading glasses on. You have to calibrate your eyes using the program first. Improve calibration, preview my gaze, select eyes to detect, change the screen, set up display. I don't want to press on any of this because I already did all this. You go in here and this is how you calibrate. You get it so that it's set for your eyes. It does a little preview and you look around and there's this little ghosty circle that jumps and dances around that shows where your eyes are. And when you have that all set up, then you're ready to go into the flight simulator. This is the Tobii Eye Tracker, and you have 2 settings. We'll go over this again. With naked eyes, see it jumps to naked eyes, or without, or with glasses, jumps to with glasses. What we're going to do now is with glasses, preview my gaze. Preview my gaze on. See that white circle? It's moving as my eyes move. Right now I'm just moving my eyes, not moving my head. And it can see the eye movement. Now can it see my head movement? If I keep my eyes in one place, which is kind of hard to do, I got to kind of concentrate on it. Yeah. Anyway, that's shows you what you're looking at. Generally something you wouldn't want on while you're running the simulator, but it's a good way for you to see what I'm seeing. Select eyes to detect. If you typically squint or have poor sight in one eye, you can make the eye tracker detect one eye only. Set up display, change the screen. If you move the sensor to a different monitor, you'll need to set up a new display. We already have everything set up the way we like it. I'm not going to do that. Tobii Experience on, Tobii Experience off. You have disabled the Tobii Experience. No, I don't want to do that. Enable. Okay. So there it is. That's the Tobii Eye Tracker Experience app. So let's delve into the simulator itself and we'll see what that's all about. Okay, so I'm going to start running the screensaver. I'll record both off the camera and through the screen recorder, I mean, and we'll see where we go from there. And bear in mind, I'm not doing a game recording, I'm doing a straight up screen recording, so the quality may not be as good, but that's okay. It's just for demonstration purposes. All right. So there we go. We go in a free flight. Cub Crafters. NX Cub. Configure. There she is. Livery. That's the only one we got. I guess we're going to use it. Save and go back. We'll go up somewhere where it's late. Because it's getting on to be 9:45 p.m. here in California time. Ted Stevens Anchorage International, that'll be 8:45, 8:46 over there right now. So what the heck, we'll pick this one. Fly now. And there we go. Okay, and there's your first taste of what it's doing. I'm not touching the hat switch on the controller. I could do this by touching the hat switch right there, but I don't have to. My eyes do it. Now, very important, I don't like the angle it's set at, and it would normally give me a better angle. There is a way to both readjust your angle and toggle the Tobii Eye Tracker on and off. Let's say you just simply don't want to use it for whatever reason. There ought to be a way to turn it off. Look, you can zoom in. You could lean forward and it leans with you. It's very ingenious, whoever came up with this. It took me a while to figure out how to get the look forward to work. So I'm going to show you up here. Right Alt 7 turns it off. See? Now I move my head around, it doesn't do anything. That's the toggle. Right Alt 8 allows me to reposition my head and create a new neutral position. Like this. Now if I lean too far to the left and hit Alt 8, it's going to give me a position way to the right. But if I lean too far to the right, it's going to give me a position of... So you have to be somewhat intelligent about how you pick these, or else you're going to be in a world of hurt. Now I like a high view out the window, but I'd like it also to be centered, so I'm going to hit Alt 8 again. There we go. And I can still lean in, see my gauges, look down at my stick, see my pedals, and turn around, see... Well, nobody's in the seat behind me, but I can see behind me. That's the Tobii Eye Tracker in action. That, in essence, in a nutshell, is what we were asking it to do. Still don't like the fact that it's a little bit off to the left. So again, fix it until you get it where you want it. A little bit more this way, a little bit more that way. There we go. You can get right up on it. You can lean really far forward in the seat, and if you lean too far forward, it sets your neutral position too far back. And if you sit... Here, let me move this out of the way so it doesn't... If you sit too far back, then it sets you so that your nose is in the glass of the windscreen. So you have to be really careful about how you reset your neutral position. Remember, resetting the neutral position is Alt 8. Toggling the whole thing on and off is Alt 7. And then from there, you use the traditional hat switch to move it around, which once you get used to using it, the hat switch feels so clunky and old-fashioned. Important point about this. Alt 7 and Alt 8, they don't tell you about that in the darn instructions. I had to Google it. I had to ask some people online on the forums. They don't tell you. I wish they said that. They have an entire Tobii help page. Here, I'm going to show you. They have this whole Tobii experience. And nowhere in the Tobii experience does it tell you. It's got all kinds of advertisements, bloatware, things that Need help? If you have any questions, we have the answers. Just head on over to our help center. Troubleshooter. Nowhere do they tell you. My point is, if you get this thing, remember, right Alt-7 to toggle on and off, right Alt-8 to readjust your neutral position, where you want it to be centered before you lean forward and turn your head to the side or whatever. Let's go back into the program. This is tricky. I'm going to hit escape. Controls. Notice it recognizes the Tobii. You want to hit this gear icon. Hardware settings right here. These are very important because when you first get it out of the box, the whole thing could be cockeyed and not do what you expect it to do. The head rotations are too fast, too sensitive. It doesn't go forward and backward when you lean forward and backward. That was the problem I was having when I first got it in late January, early February. You have to set these instances. Eye to head tracking ratio determines how much is head tracking versus eye tracking. I've got that set at 0.85. Eye tracking responsiveness 0.1. I don't want it too sensitive. Head tracking sensitivity yaw, which is turning my head like this. Pitch, turning my head like this. Roll, turning my head like this. I want all those set. Yaw and pitch at 0.25. Roll sensitivity, I don't want too much rolling, so I have that set down here at 0.05. Head tracking sensitivity, position X, Y, and Z. So I set them all at 0.25. Head tracking limit, position X, Y, Z. I set all those at 150, kind of right down the middle. Center stabilization, that determines how much of a dead zone there is at center. Like how much can you turn your head just a little bit before it starts to move. You don't want it so sensitive that you turn your head a ½ inch and it's already going voomp or voomp like that. So we've got that set at 0.35. Head tracking auto center, that is binary. It's either 0 or 1. On or off, so we'll leave it at 1. Camera boost ratio, that determines how much we boost the camera's responsiveness, and that we want set at 0.5. It's really important to go through these. There is no good way to set it. You got to set it what's best for you. That's part that really requires a lot of experimentation. Fine-tune your inputs curve. I can't tell you what's good setting, what's not. You can go online and ask. Or you could Google it, and I believe AI will tell you what some people like, but this is mine, and it's just one of those things you're going to have to experiment with for yourself. That's Tobii Eye Tracker in a nutshell. I'm John O'Flaherty, the B3 burner. I'm finally glad I finished this video after 4 months and some change. Goodbye.